is something you take day by day. So I don't want to put any pressure on myself to have to do too much for.
こんなとこでコメントを頼むの
I don't want to put any pressure on myself. I don't want to put, any expectations. All I want to do is take it one day at a time and fight for myself. And if someone else finds strength through my story, that's a bonus.
This has been a longer kind of layoff for you. Is there a difference in that? The fact that, are you more hungry to get back in there?
No, I'm not more hungry to get back in there. Let me see here. These bright lights are starting to get to me. I think I need coffee. Thank you. Ask your question.
The fact that it's been a slightly longer layoff, did it make you more hungry to get back in there?
I'm always hungry. Every fight to me is a really big fight. I'm fighting for a legacy. I want to put on as the greatest ever, and some really high goals in this game. So I'm really always hungry. I don't really feel any more hungry. I have different motivation. Every storyline has its own different motivations. But as far as my hunger, it's always there. When I'm not hungry anymore is when I start to think about real estate and things like that.
You mentioned UFC 297 or Madison Square Garden. Can you see a scenario where you fight both?
Man, that's some serious activity. No, really one or the other.
And if you do fight UFC 297, I know you're focused on your current opponent. Who do you see as being some options in your mind?
Daniel Cormier is what I would want to do. That's what I see.
The only one. What if say he is can't get healthy?
It would be Daniel Cormier. That's what I want to do. Daniel Cormier was supposed to be here this week, and if he's not healthy, then I'm just gotta wait. But he's supposed to be healthy within 4 weeks. I'm pretty sure that's what the doctor has said. So thank you so much.
John, you hear a lot of guys talking about training to be the best version of your whereas your camp, they focus on a specific opponent. So is that going to be a shift from your camp going forward?
Say that again.
A lot of guys, they say that I'm training to be, perhaps the best Conor McGregor ever. We hear a lot from Jackson's fighters that they train specific opponents. So where's the shift between, taking a short notice fight, preparing to be the best Jon Jones versus preparing against a specific OSP?
Well, we do both. I work on some techniques and some things that really have nothing to do with Ovince. I work on things to this day that's just about my personal growth and development as a fighter. And then, we also do things that are tailor-made for Ovince. Right now, most of the things we do are tailor-made for Ovince. But we're just confident in our abilities to improvise. We're just a really strong team, and we believe that at the end of the day, with our level of experience, we'll be able to act and react if there's close bars thrown and things like that. We're just ready. We're ready for everything.
So ideally, would you like to, ideally have full camps every time around, or is the short notice thing just a one-time thing to get back in?
Yeah. I took this fight on short notice, but definitely I don't want the fans to be under the wrong impression that I'm just going to be this guy who fights anyone, anywhere, anytime. That's just not my style at all. I look at fighting as a test. The guys who study and they know what they're getting themselves into, they tend to do well. You look at stats, statistics or whatnot. The odds are just better. Odds are better when you study. So I like to give myself the best odds by being mentally prepared for what I'm getting into. So I'll do it this time, but I'll get used to it.
Your opponent's sitting just a couple of feet away over there. When you look over at him, what do you see?
I see a young man out here enjoying the opportunity that he has, embracing it, embracing it, going through the necessary emotions and, doing what I'm doing, Ovince has a lot of experience. He's been in this game. He knows what this is. Media day, stay calm, cool, collected, chill out, and, get ready for the show on Saturday.
You mentioned that a late notice opponent change is not something anyone wants, but how important was it for you, given everything that's gone on, to stay on the card this weekend?
It was very important for me to stay on this card. You know, I felt like me walking away from the card would just be one more letdown for my fans, and you know, one maybe I can't afford. So
what was the difference between taking this fight on short notice versus when Chael Sonnen?
Chael Sonnen fight was 8 days, which was just way too close. And in this situation, we had 3 weeks. So that's working around. You know, 3 weeks to prepare. If you give it enough time and energy, it should be plenty. So that's what we wanted to do. All right, guys, I'm all set.
Thanks, John.
Thanks, guys.
História também, esse jogo, né? Tô sorrindo, um pouco mais sério.